The left is the cancer, and Trump is the chemo. As I'm recording this, it looks as though Donald Trump is going to be the Republican nominee. Unless some giant meteor lands on Kansas, unless there's some crazy disruptive event, Donald Trump is going to be running for president against whatever Menshevik the Democrats put up. It looks like right now it's Joe Biden. They're running a little close to the wind if they wanted to replace him, but that's not out of the realm of possibility. But why would they replace him when the sock puppet thing has worked for them so well so far? That's the situation, and a lot of Christians are twisting in the wind, worrying about whether or not they can, in good conscience, vote for Donald Trump. And one of the things that rubs their fur the wrong way is some of the diehard true blue Trump believers, where their faith in Trump is almost messianic. So I want to give you a couple of metaphors that will maybe help you sort out how someone who's clothed and in his right mind might still be able to see his way to voting for Donald Trump. Just to keep in mind, a little history. In 2016, I did not vote for Trump simply because I didn't believe him. He was making all kinds of promises that I just flat didn't believe. But lo, he kept a number of those promises, particularly with regard to federal judges, and it was due to him keeping those promises that Roe v. Wade was overturned, which was a glorious moment. So we are indebted to him for that. And so I was willing to vote for him the second time. But he is an erratic personality, and he does all kinds of things, and he says all kinds of things.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals.
And you're oftentimes braced, not knowing what's going to happen next, as though the FBI really did need a big, shiny new headquarters. So what do you do? How do you understand this? How do you process it? There are two metaphors that I think that you might find helpful. The first one is that Trump should be considered as chemo. He's toxic, but he is not the cancer that's killing us. The left is the cancer, and Trump is the chemo. Chemo really is toxic. And the way chemo works is that the doctors hope to have that toxin kill the cancer before it kills the patient. It's not healthy in itself, but it's necessary. So think of Trump as chemo. Too much of that would kill us, but we wanted to kill the cancer first. And here's the second metaphor. Devout evangelicals have been praying for a Josiah, that God would intervene on our behalf and send us a king like Josiah, whose heart was true to God and he didn't deviate, didn't turn to the right or the left. So we've been praying for this Josiah, and it looks like we're going to get a Jehu. Praying for Josiah, we're getting a Jehu. And a lot of us are saying, I don't know, man, Jehu. But remember that 2 Kings 9, it's Elisha that sends a prophet to anoint Jehu. Jehu did some really good stuff, and Jehu did some really bad stuff. So keep that in mind. We prayed for a Josiah. It looks like we're getting a Jehu. My exhortation to you is, at this point, at this juncture, take the Jehu.